o'clock. And it is time now for the Feeder Channel 6 o'clock news on this Tuesday evening, April 18th, 2017. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins, and I hear 6 o'clock news and odds here. Top story at the 6 o'clock hour this Tuesday evening here is Creates government targeted whites in Delhi shooting rampage in Fresno, California as evacuated office workers stood by when a deceased shooting victim died on the sidewalk in Fresno, California. As a crazed gunman screaming "Allah Akbar" killed 3 people in the downtown Fresno, California Tuesday by a gun. Kenosha, Wisconsin. President Trump signed an executive order Tuesday that retired rules that award visas to skilled Ford workers that directs the federal government to enforce rules that bar Ford contracts submitted on federal projects. Remember the U.S. aircraft carrier that was headed into the Korean Peninsula as both the Trump administration and North Korea began to talk with one another. The UK looks set to have a general election on June 8th. The UK Prime Minister Theresa May has announced that she wants to hold a general election on the 8th of June, 3 years earlier than scheduled. The man suspected of fatally shooting a 74-year-old randomly selected target and posted a video of the kill on Facebook in Cleveland committed suicide. The police were closing him on Tuesday in Erie, Pennsylvania, 40D said. Georgia too much on Democratic minds. Washington critics for decades have snapped at the cost of presidential travel, but Donald Trump's frequent expensive trips to Florida had resort to conduct government meetings and play golf there have sparked a level of disapproval. Here's some pretty center sport across the party lines: economic alliance, age, gender, religion, ethnicity, more. That's why he continues to have a steady rule bowling across from coast to coast. Parents for some that the French presidential election will alter the course of a troubled nation steeped in the economic and social turmoil. An Iraqi army truck pulls up to the abandoned gas station on the edge of Mosul in North Iraq. It's also looking at the boys climb out of the back and civilians evacuate from the neighborhoods that Iraqi security forces have just freed. The former Soho bodega clerk has Ethan Potts convinced the kidnapping and murder of Ethan Potts was sentenced Tuesday to 25 years left behind bars. Washington's Homeland Security Secretary John Kelly Tuesday bluntly challenged members of the Congress of critical of the Trump administration's aggressive approach to immigration enforcement and exit, either change the laws or shut up. Sacramento, California supports a one long shot bid to make California an independent nation and did their efforts on Monday while the group said it will launch a new campaign for a statewide vote next year. Lemonster, the man suspected of murdering a Van Ness Markar, was taken to the stranded border by witness who passed him along at random time. Markar went for a walk near Memphis over the August. A prosecutor said on Tuesday. The EU called on Turkey to launch an investigation into the allegation of irregularities followed, and the report stated that this referendum was not generally democratic. An Indian businessman who owes banks an estimated $1.3 billion in unpaid loans were arrested Tuesday, British London's Metropolitan Police said. North Korea's Kim Jong-un condemned the recent U.S. missile strikes against Syria, according to the state media. 12 soldiers from Saudi Arabia died in a military helicopter crash Tuesday in East Yemen, the Arab coalition fighting Yemeni rebels said. On the same day, the Facebook killer was quoted in Pennsylvania. The company's sponsor, Mark Zuckerberg, Tuesday addressed as responsible for managing hateful content. In his first days in office, President Trump has taken action on issues including healthcare, abortion, and trade and oil pipelines. Oklahoma authorities said they have initiated a Tuesday for fugitive shot at the sheriff's deputy. The last surviving U.S. servicemen was participated in Doolittle raid against men took part in the 75th anniversary ceremony in Dayton, Ohio. Leader of Dr. Kent Murphy's to bring bucks to the Plain Ridge Casino in Plainville. Healthcare jet with Porters of Mansfield sells some businesses. Former North Edinburgh Town Administrator Suckman head government study committee. Plainville, a car struck a pole which fell, shutting down 2 busy hours heading into rush hour Tuesday afternoon. North Edinburgh man accused of breaking into Albert apartment sister's car. United Airlines CEO Oscar Munoz has apologized repeatedly for the forcible removal of departure from a United flight April 9th. IBM reported bigger than expected drop in the revenue for the first time in 5 quarters, hurt by weak demand in its technology services business. Goldman Sachs surprised investors after reporting disappointing first quarter earnings records for the bank that normally beats Wall Street projection and estimates. Looking at the stocks now, down 133.64 points at 2523.28. SP5 down 682 points at 2342.19, and Nasdaq down 7.32 points at 5,849.47. A huge, shiny, peanut-shaped asteroid will slightly swing by Earth tomorrow morning, coming with a distance of 1.1 million miles, on a planet about 4.6 times the distance of the Earth to the Moon. Loaded with supplies keep the International Space Station's crew fed, clothed, and busy with new science projects as Cygnus cargo vessels spinning in orbit today atop the Atlas V rocket. Conflicting guidelines on Sunday use could leave about 9 million Americans unsure about treatment, and new studies suggested. Needle exchange programs are generally considered a huge success. The New York State programs have been credited with virtually eradicating the transmission of AIDS by contaminated needles. Finding the ways to fight the flu just got it more time, more riveting, and this is if you ask the researchers have turned to the attention of frogs. Peter Channel News time is 6:06. And it's time now from New England as a reporter. Rain in Massachusetts, brush fire, 24 North Friday, exit 13A, left lane closed on the northbound side. And now look here, sports report. Tonight, the Boston Red Sox will be taking on Toronto Blue Jays game time, 7 p.m. And the Boston Celtics will be taking on the Chicago Bulls in game number 2 in the NBA Eastern Conference first round playoffs at game time, 8 o'clock. After the Pacers game 2 loss at Cavaliers, Paul George said Lance Stevenson needs to control himself in the midst of his body language and improve the stake of the team. NFL analyst Lance Sterling and Chad Riddle will provide overviews each position group as Miles Garrett, headlines top heavy, the edge class. Cristiano Ronaldo scored a hat trick to send Real Madrid to a 7-6 success at UEFA Champions League. They semi-final with a 4-2 win over Bayern Munich in the quarterfinal and second leg at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium on Tuesday night. The offseason shoulder surgery that Andrew Luck apparently has got well at the quarterback was at college volunteer practice on Monday. Peter Channel News time is 6:07 on this Tuesday evening. And it's time now for a traveling and transit report. Let's dive into where the subway system is looking good. Commuter rail looking good, and on the ferries they are all looking good on this Tuesday evening here. Highways and byways around New England here. Let's start off down in Connecticut, where 95 on the northbound side, low between Greenwich and Fairfield. 95 on the southbound side, back between St. Fair to Greenwich, Merritt Parkway, eastbound side, slow between Greenwich and Bridgeport. 84 eastbound side, slow between Denbury and Newtown and Hillcrest, and both ends around Waterbury stretch. 95 on the southbound side, so waving down to West Haven. 91 on the southbound side, it is backed up from Woodlock down in Hartford. 84 westbound side is backed up from Hartford down to West Hartford. 84 eastbound side back on Hartford stretch. Eastern Connecticut highways, they are looking good. They're down around Western Massachusetts, it's looking good. Massbag on westbound side, also before 146 in Middlebury. Down around Providence vicinity, 146 on the southbound side. Back around Route 95 of Providence. 95 on the southbound side, so from 126 back to the downtown Providence. 95 on the northbound side, back on Fairbanks Avenue down to downtown Providence. Massbag east 195. Eastbound side is back to between 95 and East Providence. Jamestown, Manover, Newport Bridges out. Looking good. 24 on the southbound side. It is slow from 45 in Raynham on the way out to 140 in Tottenham due to the brush fire around Raynham on 95 southbound side, so about 120 out of Kenton and hit back in from Route 1 in Chernobyl to Route 45 in Foxborough. But southeast of Massachusetts out without looking good. 120 on the southbound side, so from 20 and run up down the Braintree split Route 3 to southbound side, so Braintree are right to Union Street and Braintree. Route 3 on the northbound side, also between the Braintree split, and then 128 on the northbound side, so from Route 20 Waltham and Linfield, 128 southbound side, so between Linfield and Redden stretches here. Mass 7 Expressway, southbound side, so from Mass Park down to the Braintree split. Mass Park in Boston and on the Braintree split, 7 Expressway, northbound side, so from Dorchester and the Mass Park 93, both ends is backed up here. Mass Park on the westbound side, it is back also Barrett Toll down to Framingham. Mass Park eastbound side, is so from also Barrett Toll all the way down to 7 Expressway. Mass Park both ends backed up from South Boston and East Boston. 93 to southbound side, back to somewhere down to Zake Bridge. 93 to the northbound side, it's back to Zake Bridge all the way to Route 120 Reading here. 120 on the northbound side, back up from Waltham and Linfield. 93 southbound side, also before 120 Reading. Route 3 on the northbound side, back to the Bill Waker stretch. 495 on the northbound side, it is back up from Low all the way to the Arch. 485 on the southbound side, it's also low stretch. Route 3 on the northbound side, back between the Bill Waker and the Chelsea stretches here. 93 on the northbound side, back on the long stretch. And 120 on the northbound side, slow from Salmon and Beverly. Every trip back on the southbound side, also Bareback stretch. But Howard and Bowie's about not remaining up, linking in and another 59, and not bad side, it's all some correct towards Montreal. Here, channel news time is 6:10 on this Tuesday evening here. And it's time now for a it's time now for a weather report. It turned out to be a beautiful day. A little chill, but it was your typical spring day-to-day here. And all activities were go today here. And the weather is clear as whistle. Okay, 7-day forecast go like this. Tonight, forecast about 3 degrees. East with about 8 miles coming in the evening for Wednesday. Most of the sky about 52 degrees. Southeast with about 3 to 8 miles an hour. For Wednesday, shall lightning between 9 p.m. and 2 a.m. Cloud sky about 42 degrees. South with about 6 miles an hour. Chance ratio 6%. New percent less than 10 possible. For Thursday, chance of showers press about between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. Otherwise, cloud sky about 59 degrees on the number. Wind chance ratio 30%. Thursday, rain likely after 1 a.m. Press about after 1 a.m. or west. Cloud sky below at 47 degrees. East wind chance ratio 30%. Friday, rain press about before 10 a.m. 156 degrees. Chance ratio 80%. Friday night, rain likely mainly between 9 p.m. Patch about after 10 p.m. Alright, mostly clouds got about 42 degrees and chance ratio 6%. Saturday, partly sunny skies have about 57 degrees. Here, Saturday night, patch about after 5 p.m. Alright, mostly clouds got a little low about 40 degrees. Sunday, patch got about 34 degrees. Sunday night, chance rain, mostly clouds got about 40 degrees and chance ratio 40%. Monday, a chance of rain, mostly clouds about 56, about 41 degrees and chance ratio 30%. And for Tuesday, a chance rain, mostly clouds about 55 degrees and chance ratio is 40%. Currently in Taunton, it's 48 and fair skies. And here in Nottingham, it's clear skies. And we have a temperature of 51 degrees. And here in Mansfield, it's 49 degrees. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel 6 o'clock news on this April 18, 2017 on a Tuesday evening. This appears to be a good evening, good positive to the now. See you at 11 o'clock for a late night report. I hope you all have a good evening.